Here's a framework you can use to help people understand and deal with stress. I'm combining the ideas from a few people, and let me just give credit where credit is due. So the work of Selyes and Yerkes Dodson is where this comes from. And you could call this the stress curve. So we draw a curve. On the left side of the curve, we have eustress. And so the idea with eustress is that this is positive stress. How could stress be positive? Well, it's the idea of, for example, finishing goals. It would be winning the race. It would be what motivates, drives you, gets you out of bed every day. So that's eustress. And you need a little stress to get you moving. It's when we tip over to the other side and we experience distress, where things become a problem. And usually the first thing that you start to notice is fatigue. You get tired. Your mood starts to go. Mood's probably up here a little bit sooner. Then you get fatigue, and of course you get exhaustion. And as you go down the slope of distress, you start to experience physical accidents. I tend to drop things, glasses, stuff like that. Physical breakdown. So your body starts to respond, and not necessarily in a good way. Maybe your memory goes, you start to experience illness. And then following the model, it actually lists disease, disability, and death. And so the idea is to notice when you start to tip over the curve. And when you start to tip over the curve, you bring two things into play. This is really where stress management happens. And those two things that you bring into play, if you're managing your stress, are, on the one hand, your support system. And so when you think about your support system, this is people. So it could be spouses, friends, family, trusted colleagues, therapists, whoever it is. That's your support system coming in. So who are the people that you rely on? And then there's also your self-management. So what are the things that you do on your own in order to manage stress? So it could be going to the gym. It could be spending a little bit of you time. It could be taking a walk. It could be getting out into nature, going for a swim, playing the piano, listening to music, going to a movie. Whatever those things are, it's healthy to take a moment and list what are the things that you can do, that you do like to do, in order to manage stress. So quick hit on this one. Again, this is called the Selyes Yerkes Dodson stress curve. I'm combining a couple of different theories here in order to get at this. But the whole idea is when you start to notice stress coming into your life, first of all, who are the people that you reach out to in your support system? And then second, what are the things that you can do in order to manage that stress in a healthy way?